Hola amigos, this is Nerdinair and you are watching Nerdinair Tech. Today we will take a look at basic electronic components.
So welcome guys. So basic electronic components. An electronic circuit comprises of various types of components which are classified into two types: active components like transistors, diodes, ICs, and passive components like capacitors, resistors, inductors, etc. In designing of an electronic circuit, following are taken into consideration: basic electronic components like capacitors, diodes, resistors, etc., power sources, signal generators and DC power supplies, measurement and analysis instruments, cathode ray oscilloscope, multimeters, etc. There are two types of electronic components: passive and active. Passive electronic components. These components can store or maintain energy either in the form of current or voltage. Some of these components are discussed here. The active electronic components. These components rely on a source of energy and are able to control the electron flow through them. Some of these components are semiconductors like diodes, transistors, integrated circuits, various displays like LCD, LED, CRT, batteries like batteries and PV cells, and other AC and DC supply sources. So, first of all, let's look at the resistors. Major are carbon film resistor and metal film resistors, rheostats, wire bond resistors, aluminum house resistors, etc.
So let's take a look at it.
First of all, let me show you carbon film resistors, the most common ones. This is a 1/8 watt resistor, 220K. This is a quarter watt resistor, 220K, and this is a half watt resistor, 220K.
And this is a metal film resistor.
100K metal resistor, 2 wattage. This is a wire bond resistor, 100 ohms, 20 watt. These also come in various sizes. This is the bigger one, 8 ohms, 50 watt. And this is a 20 watt. We have a rheostat. This is the resistance wire. It is wound in the round. This is a 80 ohms, 50 watt resistor. These are the both main terminals, and this is the center point. You can see the point here. You will lose the screw and slide it, adjust it.
और नीचे जाते हुए पूरी ताकत से विनोद कर ही दो.
And this is also a resistor, industrial grade, 33 ohms, 200 watt. This is an industrially used resistor for VFDs. This is the center point. This is a discharge resistor. This is 75K into 2. Now these are ceramic resistors or fusible resistors, as they are called, 30 ohms, 10 watt. These are mainly used for protection. These are mainly used for protection in circuits. These resistors are easily fusible. That is, when overcurrent, this burns out, protecting the circuit. These both are the NTC and PTC, negative temperature coefficient and positive temperature coefficient.
In PTCs, the temperature increases the resistance value, and in NTCs, the temperature increases the resistance value.
These are some SMD resistors. This is a 1K preset. This is a Bondsmake preset. This is metal preset. Now let's take a look at variable resistors. These are the port. This is the industrially used port, 10K, Pankaj Meg. See guys, in this port, the right one is the positive voltage side, the center is the wiper output, and the left is the negative. So left negative, right positive, center output. And this is a metal clad resistor, 300 watt, 50 ohms. This is for used in VFDs. Pre-charge section, soft starting of the capacitor bank. Small frame high voltage resistors, 100 ohms, 200 watt. These are heatsink mounted resistors. These needs a heatsink to be mounted for heat transfer. I will show you one more with open case. So this is a 100 ohms 300 watt resistor, same make, but this is 300 watt. I have opened this for you guys. You can see the resistor lining here, I hope. So guys, now let me show you the diagram of a resistor. Zigzag form. This is a fixed resistor. This is a rheostat. This is a variable resistor, and you can also draw a fixed resistor like this. Okay. For example, the rheostat will be like this. The variable resistor will be like this pot, and the fixed resistor will be this type. So now let's move to the color coding. How do you check the color codes? So there are two types of resistors. One is 4 band, 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 bands. And the other is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 band. Four bands and 5 bands. So how do you check the color code of different resistors? On both the resistors, in the 4 band resistor, the third one is the multiplier, the fourth is the tolerance. In 5 band, the fourth one is the multiplier and the fifth is the tolerance. So if this the color coding, I will give you the detail. The color code is like this: black 0, brown 1, red 2, orange 3, yellow 4, green 5, blue 6, violet 7, grays 8 and white is 9. So these are the color codes. So how do we calculate the value? Suppose if the first band is brown, the second is black, the third is red, then this is in a 4 band, then the value will be 1, 0, 2. So 1, 0 and 2 zeros, then it will be 1K. Like that, if the first is red, the second is violet and the third is red, then it is 272. That is 272 zeros. That is 2.7K.
And in the 5 band,
suppose the first is brown, then the second is black, and the third is also black, then it is yellow, then 1004. That is 100103 Then the third, that is 1000K. That is 1 megohms. Or red, yellow, black, red. Then 2, 24012. That is 24012. Then it is 24K. This is how we calculate the value. SMD resistors. But they already have a code printed in it. So suppose there are 3 numbers and 2 numbers. If it is 102, then it will be 1K. If it is 100, it will be 10 ohms. If it is 101, in the three number codes, if there is 1, then it is 100 ohms. That will be in the ohms, 100 value. And if 0, then it will be in the tens value. This will be 100 ohms. And if the other is 4, and in the 4 band, if it is 1001, it will be 1 kilo ohms. If it is 1000, it will be 100 ohms. If it is 1002, it will be 10000. That is 10K. Now let's take a look at the capacitors. There are many types of capacitors. The most common one are the electrolytic capacitor and the ceramic disc capacitors. So first let me show you some samples. So guys, this is a electrolytic capacitor, 2200 microfarad, 35 volt. These values are written here. And in the electrolytic capacitor, it is a polarized capacitor. This black mark indicates the negative point. And guys, these are the polyester film capacitors.
Polyester box film capacitors.
And this is a disc capacitor, ceramic disc capacitor. And these are the mica capacitors. They also come in various sizes, these 2 sizes. And these are the tantalum capacitors. And this is a super capacitor. These are used in some places without the battery. This is a 0.47 farad, 0.047 farad, 5.5 volt super capacitor. So, I will show you the diagram of a capacitor. Electrolytic capacitors can be drawn like this. This will be the positive, this will be the negative, or like this. And the ceramic disc and mica capacitors are shown like this. These have no polarity, these are bipolar. There is no negative positive in this. And there are some variable capacitor also. It comes in picofarad, PF, then nanofarad, NF, microfarad, mu F, and farad.
So that's all for today, guys. See you in my next video. Take care, guys. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.